I've always wondered what it would be like to live in a tower. Well, kids, there were a ton of questions about Rapunzel. I guess you could say she's a pretty popular chick. Rebecca Charles asked, Miss Booksy, how long is Rapunzel's hair? That's a great question, and I bet it's really, 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 really long. Let's measure. Rapunzel. Rapunzel! I'm almost out of measuring tape, it's so long. Okay, Rapunzel's hair is coming in at 5 feet 7 inches long. That's 67 inches or 170.18 centimeters. That's a boatload of centimeters. Good job, Rapunzel. Keep eating that healthy food and growing that hair. KC Puppy Cute says, hi, Cool School. I just want to ask Miss Booksy what she would do if she had long hair like Rapunzel. Well, the possibilities are endless. I counted all my hairs. 1,341, 1,342, 1,343, 1,343. Hey, Dame Gothel, you think I could enter a hair competition or something? I bet I could win a big prize.
You know very well that you can't leave the tower.
Once upon a time, no specific time, just once, there was this girl who was trapped under a nasty spell by a nasty witch. Her name was Rapunzel. Anyway, this witch wanted to keep Rapunzel forever and ever and never share her with anyone else because Rapunzel was so sweet and so perfect. So, in addition to keeping her in a massive tower, the witch cursed her with very, very long hair. Hair that grew almost 2 feet every day. And all that hair weighed so much that Rapunzel absolutely couldn't leave. All she could do was hang around and solve jigsaw puzzles. Well, one day a handsome prince came looking for her and he called out, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, what's up?
I could use a little help up here.
Throw down your hair, princess. I will save you. And so he climbed up Rapunzel's hair, used some of it to tie up the nasty, nasty witch, and then used a bow and arrow to shoot the end of the hair down to a tree to create a zip line and zip line the girl to safety. Once they were safe, the prince gave her a chocolate kiss, which not only broke the spell and made her a princess, but also made her start square dancing. And that is how Rapunzel was saved. The end.
Hi there, boys and girls. Welcome to Storytime with me, Miss Booksy. Today's story is Rumpelstiltskin. Are you ready? Let's go. Long, long ago, there was a dad, and he had a kid. A daughter, actually. That's me! Together, we made fine designer clothing. The clothes we made were so fancy that the king wanted to wear them.
The clothes you make are fantastic.
Ah, gee, thank you, King. Thanks a whole kit and caboodle. But my daughter's the real artist. She's so delicate when she's spinning. I bet she could spin straw into gold.
Well, as you might know, kings like gold. They like gold a lot.
Gold, you say? I'd like to meet this daughter of yours. Send her to my castle for brunch this Sunday. We'll have Melba toast and salmon lox.
So that Sunday, I went to the king's castle for brunch. But instead of Melba toast and salmon lox, I got horse hay and dungeon locks. Oh dear! The king locked me away in the dungeon.
You can come out once you spin all this straw into gold.
I didn't actually know how to spin straw into gold. That was just a figure of speech. Somebody please help me!
Why, hello there.
A little elf man appeared.
I see you need to sew some straw into gold. That happens to be my specialty.
That's pretty random. But okay, I don't have much, but I'll give you anything.
How about that necklace of yours? It's very pretty.
And even though this necklace was a gift for my BFF Snow White, I made the deal. I couldn't be stuck in this stinky dungeon forever. The elf man worked his magic. He sang while he worked, which was kind of annoying, but he was helping me out. When the king came back in the morning, the hay was gone, and in its place, pure gold. The king was utterly flabbergasted.
I'm utterly flabbergasted.
Well, I'm pretty good at this, obviously.
Good! I want more! So this time I'm going to give you 100 times the hay. If you can spin it all to gold by morning, I will let you out. But if not, you will be sent out into the ocean on a leaky ship, never to return. Oh, and the ship will be full of singing mice who are terrible singers. Now get back to sewing.
Mean? So night came and I didn't know what else to do, so I called out. Hey, magic little dude. I forgot your name, but I need you.
So, you need more help, do ya?
I do.
It's gonna cost you.
Anything. I'll give you anything you want.
Pinky promise?
Again, he sang as he worked.
Spinning, sewing, gold glowing, taking hay and making it pay.
It took all night, and I got seriously tired of that song, but my little friend sewed every last bit of straw into gold. Thank you. How much do I owe you?
On the night of your first son's first birthday, I will return to take him as my own.
And he laughed all crazy-like and disappeared. Wait, what? He didn't say he was going to take my son on his first birthday, did he? Nah, that would be crazy. The next day, the king saw all that gold, and he was so excited, he let me go. So fast forward a bit. I'm in charge of my own designer clothing company. I'm married, I have a super cool house, a dog, and a cat. I had forgotten all about the little elf who had spun straw into gold. I was living happily ever after. Until the night of my first son's first birthday. We were all celebrating, having a great time, when the little old elf crashed the party.
Here I am. Give me that baby.
Okay, funny story. I thought you were kidding. Isn't that funny?
Not really. You made a pinky promise.
Okay, I'll give you gold. Tons of gold.
I don't need gold. I can turn straw into gold myself, remember? But I'll make a deal with you, lady. If you can guess my name, then you keep your son. But if you don't, I'll take him and your first daughter. Do we have a deal?
I began to guess. Paul, Mike, Mark, Sean. Sean spelled S-E-A-N. Sean spelled S-H-A-U-N.
Not even close.
Tim, Tom, Tyler, Taylor, Kanye, Senior, Junior. Oh, I guessed hundreds of names, hundreds upon hundreds of names, but I just couldn't come up with it. To make matters worse, the horrible little elf was leaning over the baby's crib, singing a lullaby. That's my job.
I'll have a son, I'm gonna win. She'll never guess my name, 'cause it's Rumpelstiltskin.
Just then, the baby giggled and spoke his very first word. He said,
Rumpelstiltskin.
Everyone was so excited, as they always are when babies say their first words. What did he say?
Nothing. I think he wants his bottle.
Rumpelstiltskin. Rumpelstiltskin.
Your name is Rumpelstiltskin.
No, not fair, not fair. Ah!
We won! But seriously, we called the police a long time ago anyway. You think you're just gonna come in here and take my baby? I'm his mom. You're a bad elf and you're going to jail. And so we were free from Rumpelstiltskin forever.
The three Billy Goats Gruff. So one time, there were three Billy Goats. There was Billy Sr., his son Billy Jr., and his grandson, Billy the Third. 3 generations of Billy Goats named Billy, and their last name was Gruff. Being Billy Goats, they loved to eat grass. They even ate the dandelions in the grass, which I personally find kind of yucky. Well, one day, they had finally eaten all the grass in their small field, which was okay for about 15 minutes, and then they were hungry again. Well, wouldn't you know, across the way and over a very large canyon was a beautiful field. Tall, lush grass just blowing in the wind. The only way to get there was to travel across a very, very, very long bridge. a wobbly bridge, and it was dangling 100,000 feet above a gulch. It was quite terrifying, but the Billies were hungry, and so they decided to try and cross it. Billy Jr., why don't you go first? For you are much lighter than I am, and we need to make sure the bridge is safe. Bah! Well, Billy the Third is much smaller than me. Why don't you go across first? Bah! Billy the Third was a good son and a great grandson. Well, actually a very good grandson, because a great grandson means something else. But anyway, he agreed. The bridge was long and treacherous, which means scary, because it was very wobbly. But he did pretty well, until he got right in the middle, where he met a troll. And as we all know, trolls love to eat goats, especially goats named Billy. Hey, are you a goat? Is your name Billy?
Why, yes it is. There's 3 of us. Billy Sr., Billy Jr., and me, Billy 3.
I'm gonna eat you now, okay?
Hold on, I'm just a wee little goat with barely any meat on my bones. If you wait, I can go across the bridge and eat some grass for a few weeks and get big and juicy. Then I'll be even more delicious.
Okay. And so, the troll let Billy the Third across the bridge and waited for the next goat, because we all know trolls are very greedy and not very smart. Once wee Billy the Third got to the meadow, he knew he had to warn his dad and grandpa about the troll, so he flew a paper airplane back across the canyon to Billy Jr. It said,
Hey Dad, I made it! P.S. Watch out for the...
Little wee Billy the Third didn't know how to spell the word troll, so he tried drawing one. Oof, keep your day job, little Billy. Billy Jr. wasn't sure what he was supposed to watch out for, so he decided to be extra careful when he crossed. Hey, are you a goat named Billy too? I'm gonna eat you now, okay? Whoa, hold on a second. You should know something first. The next goat coming across is really big and really tasty. If you eat me, you'll be too full. Why don't you let me go ahead, and while you're eating the next goat, I'll eat some grass and get big and tasty as him. Okay. And so the troll let him across to the big field, where he was reunited with his son, and they sent a paper airplane over the gulch to Billy Sr., and it only said one word, which Billy Jr. fortunately knew how to spell. Troll! Grandpa Billy Sr. knew what he had to do. He crossed the bridge, and then he got to the troll. Oh no, you're too big! And he was right. Billy Sr. was much bigger and stronger than the troll. I'd like to try and eat you, if that's okay. I don't think so. Bah. Billy Sr. took his horns and launched the troll off the bridge and all the way up into outer space, where he could no longer bother any more goats, especially goats named Billy. And the 3 Billy goats Gruff ate endless grass and dandelions for the rest of their days. You might say the moral of this story is, if you're a goat, don't name your son Billy. And if you're a troll, well, get an education. And if that doesn't work, invest in a rocket ship. The end.
Hi kids! Who's ready to watch all of Rapunzel's adventures? I know I am. But first, let's check in with Rapunzel herself for a super fun countdown. Hi guys, Rapunzel here! It can be tough living in a tower all by your lonesome, but sometimes it's not so bad. So let's talk about the awesome and not so awesome stuff, aka the pros and cons of living in a tower all by yourself. It's awesome that you get all the cookies to yourself! Wow, there must be like 100 cookies in here! The not so awesome thing is, there's no one here to stop telling you to eat 100 cookies by yourself. I have a tummy ache. A not so awesome thing about living all by yourself alone in a tower is that you never have anyone to play games with. But the awesome thing about playing by yourself is you always win. Checkmate! I win again! I win again! Oh, congratulations, me. Good job, me. Oh, thanks, me. You're so great, me. Oh, no, you're so great. One super awesome thing about living alone in a tower all by yourself is there's no one there to tell you to clean your room. But the not so awesome part is there's no one to help you when you get stuck in a pile of your own stuff. Help! When you live all alone in a tower, there's no one there to tell you it's your bedtime. Awesome. But then again, there's no one there to tuck you in or sing you a nice lullaby or do an under the bed monster check. When you live alone, you can truly dance like no one's watching. But the not so awesome thing about that is when you finally pull off the sickest, most awesome dance move of all time, there's no one there to go, woohoo, go Rapunzel, go Rapunzel, it's your birthday. It's your birthday! And speaking of birthdays, can you imagine having to celebrate your birthday all by your lonesome? Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Saddest party ever. Actually, there's a ton of stuff that's hard to do by yourself, like brushing out tangles in the back of your hair, or scratching a hard-to-reach itch, or playing hide and seek. Ready or not, here I come. So, there you have it, the pros and cons of living alone in a tower. It can be pretty fun hanging out solo and having some me time, but at the end of the day, it's also nice to have someone around to keep you company. You know, besides a wicked witch, like Dame Gothel. That's for sure. Now, it's time to watch all of Rapunzel's adventures together. Are you ready? Let's go! Once upon a time, there was a man and woman who were very much in love. Let's just call them Tom and Sally. Sally was gonna have a little baby. They were so happy, but also nervous because they didn't have very much money.
How are we going to afford all that baby stuff? Diapers and bottles and pacifiers and baby books and baby toys and baby blankets and baby bouncers.
Calm down, you worry too much. Everything's gonna be fine.
No, not fine. Look, we don't have enough room for a baby. And don't even get me started on Dame Gothel.
Did I forget to mention that they lived in a teeny tiny hovel rented from Dame Gothel? Yes, that Dame Gothel, the witch. No one knew for sure if she was a witch, but she wore very witchy looking clothes and had a very witchy laugh. So yeah, Tom was right. Her backyard wasn't exactly the best place to raise a baby. One night, Sally awoke with the most peculiar craving.
I'm hungry. I could go for some Rapunzel flower.
What?
You know, those little weeds that taste like spinach? I want some.
Where am I supposed to get Rapunzel at 3 in the morning?
Dame Gothel has it growing in her garden.
She'll put a curse on me if I steal her Rapunzel.
Oh, shush, she'll understand.
And so that's how Tom found himself creeping around in the witch's garden at 3 in the morning, filling up a basket with Rapunzel flowers. He had just pulled up the last weed when...
Just what do you think you're doing?
Borrowing?
No, you're stealing!
I didn't mean to, I promise. My wife was just hungry. She's having a baby.
A baby?
Yes. Do you like babies?
I love babies. I'll make a deal with you. I won't send you to prison if you let me take care of your baby.
Like babysit? Okay.
Sure, like babysitting.
Dame Gothel cackled her witchy laugh, but Tom didn't get what was so darn funny.
Okay. Thanks.
No, thank you.
Okay. See you around.
When their baby girl was born 2 days later, Tom had completely forgotten about his deal with Dame Gothel, but she did not.
I'm here to take my baby.
What?
Me and him made a deal. I think I'll call her Rapunzel.
And with a puff of smoke, the witch disappeared, taking the baby with her.
Our baby!
Oh no!
Stop her!
Tom and Sally were beyond freaked out. They called the police and formed a search party, but no one could find Dame Gothel and baby Rapunzel. It was like they had disappeared into thin air. But of course they hadn't just disappeared. You know this part of the story. They were in a tower deep in the woods. Here's what you might not know about this fairy tale. Dame Gothel wasn't entirely witchy. She actually tried very hard to be a nice mommy to the new baby. She gave her the best baby toys. She sang her the sweetest lullabies.
Rock-a-bye, baby, on the treetop.
Well, she tried. Dame Gothel even tried to make silly faces to get Rapunzel to laugh. But baby Rapunzel must have known that this wasn't her real mommy, so she pretty much never stopped crying. The only thing that could calm her down was when Dame Gothel brushed baby Rapunzel's hair.
Oh, thank goodness, finally.
Dame Gothel spent so much time doing Rapunzel's hair that she got really good at it and eventually tried out pretty much every hairstyle there is. And Dame Gothel didn't dare cut Rapunzel's beautiful hair. So over the years, it just kept growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. By the time Rapunzel was a young lady, it was like world record length. Hey, Dame Gothel, you think I could enter a hair competition or something? I bet I could win a big prize.
You know very well that you can't leave the tower.
Right, there was that about Dame Gothel. She wouldn't let Rapunzel leave the tower, not even on a super nice sunny day. Maybe one day.
I heard that. You're not going anywhere.
Yeah, but one day I'll get out. She'll see.
Heard that too.
Let's talk about what it's like growing up in a tower away from all civilization. It can get pretty lonely and very, very boring. Here are the things Rapunzel did to keep herself entertained all those years. I learned to knit. I read every single book in the tower library at least 3 times. I learned to cook international cuisine. Come on and get it! Spaghetti, taco, sushi! I taught myself different languages. Hola!
Aloha!
Konnichiwa! Buongiorno! Allo? I learned to dance. Ballet, tap, salsa, and hip-hop. I gave myself piano lessons. I counted all my hairs. 1,341, 1,342, 1,343, 1,343. I wrote jokes. What did one wall say to the other wall? I'll meet you at the corner. I studied the effects of boredom on mice. Day 453, Sir Squeakly ignores his cheese. I made jewelry. I learned to meditate. Then one day there was a knock at the door. Huh? Who could that be? Dame Gothel never knocks.
Yoo-hoo! Hello! I'm selling craft boxes. Do you want to buy one?
Craft boxes?
Yeah, they'll keep you entertained for hours.
That sounds awesome! Come on up!
Well, hi there. I'm Crafty Carolina. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Crafting Carolina. I'm Rapunzel.
Oh, that's nice. Do you live up here all by yourself?
Well, my mother, Dame Gothel, lives here too sometimes, but now that I'm old enough, I stay here alone a lot.
Oh, you really shouldn't give so much information to strangers, dear.
Oh, well, I never met a stranger before.
Well, that's odd. Anyway, may I show you my crafting wares? Check that out. It's crafting box.
Cool! I'll take 2. One for me and one for Dame Gothel.
Oh, well, score. All right, I'll sign you up for 2. You got money?
Money?
Yeah, you know, that you buy stuff with?
No, I don't, but I'll trade you. How about this giant sweater?
It's kind of warm out.
Oh, well, how about this DIY jewelry?
It's nice, but
Not really your style?
not really.
Okay, well, why don't you just hang out till Dame Gothel gets here and she'll pay you.
Okay.
So Rapunzel and Carolina spent the rest of the day making crafts. floating arms. Finally, Dame Gothel arrived, but she was very jealous and didn't want to share Rapunzel with anyone. So she was not exactly happy to find crafty Carolina there.
Get out of this tower!
But she's nice, and she's selling these super cool craft boxes.
This is what I think of craft boxes.
Hey, that's not nice.
You're next.
All right, gotta go.
You are so mean. She could have been my very first friend ever.
You don't need friends. You have me.
Yeah, you're like a great friend.
That's it. You're grounded.
Grounded? But I'm not allowed to leave anyway.
Well, now I'm boarding up the door so no one can ever come here again.
But how are you gonna get in?
Oh, right. I know. I'll call Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. And you'll throw your hair out the window and I'll climb up it.
Really?
It's a good plan.
And so Dame Gothel closed up the tower so that no one could ever visit Rapunzel ever again. Rapunzel was sad. She had always been alone, so she never knew what it might be like to have a friend. Now that Rapunzel knew, she felt extra lonely. It was taking some serious getting used to pulling Dame Gothel up the tower with her hair. Ow! Ow! Oh, take it easy! Rapunzel took to singing lonely songs, belting them from the tower window. Lonely, I am so lonely. I ain't got nobody to be up in the tower with me. All by my lonesome. All these years I'm alone. All these years I'm alone. Oh, la la, la la, la la. So lonely.
Enough, we get it!
It was quite the show. One day Rapunzel was doing her usual, singing sad ballads from the tower window, when two brothers, princes, heard her voice in the forest.
Halt! What's that?
A sick animal crying for help?
No, it's an angel.
Okay.
I must find her.
You're on your own, dude. I'm going back to the palace. Peace.
The first prince set off to find the source of the singing, but the forest was echoey, and at every turn it sounded like the singing was coming from a different location. It was like he was going in circles. But then, just before nightfall, he found her.
She's beautiful.
The prince, who was named Prince Edward, by the way, returned every day for a whole month. He would just sit and listen, silently applauding at the end of each song so as to not be noticed. At home, his brother Brad teased him.
How's your girlfriend?
She's not my girlfriend.
You totally like her. Edward has a crush.
No, I don't.
Whatever, dude.
Well, maybe I do. And one day I'll talk to her and we'll fall in love, and then I'll ask her to marry me and be my queen.
This got Brad's attention. You see, Prince Edward was next in line to be crowned king, but there was one catch. He had to be married. Prince Brad had always assumed this would never happen and that he would become king. He already had a girlfriend, Princess O'Gree, so marriage would be no problem.
Edward's way too shy. He'll never even talk to the tower girl. I'll marry Ogret before Dad retires, and then I'll be king.
The next day, Prince Edward set up his usual spot and listened to the sweet sounds of Rapunzel singing. Are you there? Are you anywhere? Then suddenly, the singing stopped.
What? No. Keep singing forever. I wonder who that could be.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair.
Rapunzel. Is that the name of the lovely songstress? I love it.
Then the prince watched in awe as Rapunzel dropped her golden braid down the side of the tower.
That little old lady is climbing her hair like a rope. How strange.
The prince waited and watched the tower window until again the braid dropped down and Dame Gothel climbed to the ground and hobbled away. Prince Edward waited to be super extra sure Dame Gothel was gone. Then he approached the tower. He cleared his throat and called up in his best witch voice.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair.
Huh? Again? I wonder what she wants now. Ow!
Sorry, I must be heavier than a little old woman.
Who are you?
I'm Prince Edward. A pleasure to meet you, my lady.
A prince? Really? That's so cool.
May I come in?
Oh, I'm afraid not. I'm not allowed to have any visitors.
Oh, really? That's a bummer. May I use your hair to climb back down? No, it'll hurt you. Never mind. I'll just jump.
No, don't jump. You'll hurt yourself. You can use my hair.
I wish I didn't have to go. I waited an awfully long time to talk to you.
You have?
Yes, every day I sat down and listened to you sing, dreaming of the day I would finally meet you.
Really? I mean, I guess I am a pretty good singer, so.
The best!
I wish you could stay too, but I'll get in so much trouble if Dame Gothel finds you here.
How about this? I'll climb that tree and we can talk from there. That way, we're really not breaking the rule, are we?
Brilliant! So Prince Edward climbed down Rapunzel's hair and then back up the nearest tree.
So your name's Rapunzel, huh? Nice to meet you.
And it's nice to meet you, Prince Edward. Prince Edward returned every day to the same spot to talk to Rapunzel. They talked about everything under the sun, like, what's it like being a prince?
It's pretty cool, I guess. Sometimes the crown makes my head a little itchy. What's it like being locked away in a tower?
It's okay, I guess. Sometimes I wish I had a pet. A nice cat or a dog. I've read lots of books about dogs, and they seem super nice.
They are.
And sang songs together.
Boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
They even played catch. Sorry.
Okay.
Finally, one day the prince realized something major. He was definitely, most assuredly in love with Rapunzel. He couldn't hold it in a second.
Rapunzel, will you marry me?
Good thing for Eddie, Rapunzel felt the same way and said, yes!
Awesome.
But wait, I can't. I'm not even allowed to talk to you, much less marry you. The prince was stunned.
Surely your mom wants you to be happy.
Well,
What?
I don't think she's my real mom.
Really?
I think she took me from my real parents. I know it sounds crazy, but sometimes I think I can remember my real mom.
Well, then that settles it. We're busting you out of here. We'll find your real parents and then we'll be married.
Okay, but not now. Dame Gothel will be here any minute.
I'll come back for you tomorrow.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair and hurry, my feet hurt.
Back at the palace, Prince Edward couldn't contain his excitement.
I'm getting married. I'm getting married.
But Prince Brad heard Edward's song, and that's not good, kids. Remember, Brad wanted to be king, and their dad was retiring his crown in just 1 month.
If Edward marries that girl, then he gets to be king. I have to stop this.
Prince Brad jumped on his horse and rushed to the tower. He arrived just in time to see Dame Gothel climbing down Rapunzel's hair.
That must be her mother. I'll just have a little chat with her. Excuse me, ma'am.
What do you want?
Pardon me, but I thought you might like to know that a rapscallion of the lowliest order is plotting to abscond with your fair daughter.
A what is doing what now?
A bad guy's gonna take your daughter.
What? Never. Wait, how do you know?
Prince Brad told her everything, including the fact that Rapunzel had been meeting with Edward every day for months. Dame Gothel was livid. That means very, 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 very angry.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair.
What's wrong?
You know what's wrong. You were planning to leave me after everything I'd done for you.
Well, don't be mad. I just want to marry the prince. Is that so bad?
If you want to go, then go. But first, I'm cutting your hair.
What? No! Why? I love my hair! But there was no arguing with Dame Gothel. She cut off Rapunzel's long locks and kicked her out into the cold, dark night. Rapunzel wandered the forest, hoping that somehow she would find Prince Edward, but she had never left the tower in her life. She didn't know where to go. Eventually, she found a hollow in a tree and curled up inside to sleep. I guess this is kind of like my tower. The next day, Prince Edward awoke, eager to see Rapunzel. He sang his song again.
I'm getting married. I'm getting married.
He sang and whistled all the way to the tower.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let that hair down. I'm coming up.
The braid dropped and he climbed up.
We're getting married. We're getting married. Ah!
You were coming to take my Rapunzel, weren't you?
Where is she?
She's gone. You're my prisoner now. And just to be sure you don't get out, I'm tying you up.
Dame Gothel left the prince tied and locked up in the tower. Earlier, it had been the happiest day of his life. Now it was the saddest. Back in the forest, Rapunzel was desperately trying to find her way back to the tower. Edward will be getting to the tower any minute now. If I can just find my way back, we can run away together. But it was no use. Rapunzel's sense of direction was limited to going in circles in the tower. Edward! She didn't know where she was going or what she was doing, but she was not gonna give up. Edward! Meanwhile, in the tower, Prince Edward was calling out for her too.
Rapunzel!
Edward!
Rapunzel!
Edward! You get the idea. Poor Rapunzel had been wandering the forest for days. She had learned to survive by watching animals. First, the squirrels. Okay. They eat the little nut thingies that fall off the tree. Okay. Ugh, nope. Then she looked to the birds. Hey, haven't you heard of sharing? Finally, she saw a deer munching on an apple. I can do that. Delicious. The apples gave her new energy, and she set off again, determined to find Prince Edward. She walked and walked and walked and walked. And then, rather suddenly, she found herself in a whole new world. People! Hey, people! It's nice to meet you. Cheese Emporium. Wow, so much cheese. Tommy's Toys and Trinkets. Awesome. Betty Baldy's Beauty Parlor. Hey, maybe she can fix my hair. Hi, are you Betty Baldy?
Sure am.
Hi, so my mother, well, I don't know if she's really my mother. Long story. But anyway, this woman cut my hair off and I was hoping that you could do something with it.
Well, sure, honey. Sit down, let me fix you up. The side pony. Pigtails. Beehive. How's that?
Love it!
You got a big date or something?
Well, I'm supposed to marry this prince, but now I can't find him anywhere. It's like he disappeared.
Oh, story of my life, honey.
Well, thanks a lot. Gotta go.
You gotta pay first.
Oh, right. Money. I forgot about that. Yeah, so I don't have any of that, but I can work. So Rapunzel agreed to be the hair sweeper upper for the rest of the day. She was busy at work when she saw a familiar face coming in the door. Dame Gothel. And she's wearing my hair! It was true, kids. Dame Gothel seemed to have taken Rapunzel's blonde braid and fashioned it to a wig of her own.
You got some hair.
It's all natural, too.
Yeah, right.
You say something?
Me? Nothing.
Anyway, I need a very special hairdo. I'm going to a ball at the palace tonight.
A ball at the palace? How fancy.
It's an engagement party for the prince.
Rapunzel's jaw dropped. Engagement party? The prince? My prince? What? And wait a second. Why is Dame Gothel going? Something's not right about this. Rapunzel decided that she had better follow Dame Gothel to the party. Hey, I'm on the list. Yeah, okay, see ya. Now where's Edward? I have to find him.
Edward's not here.
Who are you?
I'm Prince Brad, but when I get married tomorrow, I'm gonna be King Brad.
The brother.
And who are you?
I'm, what's that? Oh, okay, coming. I have to go. Talk to you later, okay?
Wait, I recognize you. You're that girl from the tower.
Rapunzel tried to rush out of the palace, but she somehow got caught in a conga line. Edward is supposed to be king, not Brad. Something is seriously wrong here. I bet that old stinker Dame Gothel has something to do with this. I gotta get out of here and find Edward. Finally! I thought we were gonna conga forever. Okay, how do I get out of here? Food! Oh my gosh, delicious! Then Rapunzel heard Dame Gothel's voice.
Don't worry, Edward's locked away. He'll never get out! Ha 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 ha!
But I saw the girl from the tower. What's her name? Cozumel?
It's Rapunzel, and I'm telling you, there's no way you saw her. She's lost deep in the woods.
There she is now. Get her!
Gotta go! Rapunzel tried to run away, but once more got trapped on the dance floor. This time, it was a limbo contest.
Ah! Too low! I'll get you!
Rapunzel finally found the door and ran away from the ball. Okay, so Dame Gothel has Edward locked away somewhere. Like, in jail? But he would never commit a crime. Wait, so obvious, Rapunzel. He's in the tower, but I don't know how to get to the tower. I looked and looked and looked before, but it was no use. What if I go back into the woods and get lost forever? Oh! Rapunzel didn't know what to do. She was just about to break down in tears when another familiar face appeared.
Well, you look like someone who could use some cheering up. And you know what I do to cheer up? I craft.
Crafting Carolina, hi!
Do I know you?
I'm Rapunzel, the girl from the tower.
Oh, you changed your hair. I like it. Oh, that mean woman from the tower isn't here, is she?
Dame Gothel? No, thank goodness.
Wait a second, I thought you never left your tower.
She kicked me out just because I fell in love.
Well, that's not nice.
Tell me about it. And now she's got my prince locked in a tower, and I don't know how to find my way back to rescue him. I'll never see him again.
Well, wait a second. I know how to get to the tower. It's on my sales route, remember?
Oh yeah, can you take me there?
Well, sure. But we can't go now because it's dark out, and I don't mind telling you, I'm a little bit afraid of the dark. It's one thing, you know, when you're in town, but do not get me started on the woods after dark. It's so scary, the wind howling in the trees, weird noises like ow! I'm sorry, did I scare you?
Well, I just thought about the poor Prince Edward, locked away in the dark tower. He's probably scared and lonely.
Okay, let's go.
What?
We're gonna go rescue Edward.
Really? Now?
Well, we gotta get some supplies first, but yeah, we can be brave.
Yeah.
Let's go save that prince.
Yay! After Crafty and Rapunzel stocked up on all the important stuff, crafting supplies and snacks, the two set off into the woods to find the tower. They were only a little bit scared. Be brave.
Right, okay. What?
We got this. Be brave.
Right, brave, very brave, not scared. That's it, I'm going back.
No, we got this far. There's nothing here in the dark that isn't here in the daytime too.
But what about animals that sleep during the day and come out at night, like bats? Bats are scary.
Oh yeah, but you said we'd be brave, so let's be brave.
Wait, what was that?
What? Oh yeah, I definitely hear something.
Hide! Oh no, not her!
She must have suspected I would come out to rescue Edward. What are we gonna do?
Be brave? She's probably going to the tower.
Let's follow her, but we have to be quiet.
Right!
That was too loud.
Sorry.
Rapunzel and Carolina stepped forward following Dame Gothel, and then they realized they were already at the tower. They didn't recognize it before because it was covered in thorns. Ouch!
Who's there?
Oh no, hide!
I'm not jumping in there, it's prickly.
Rapunzel, what are you doing here?
Rapunzel, be brave.
I'm here to save Edward, so let him go.
Never! His brother is going to be crowned king, and then I'll get a seat at the royal council.
You? Why?
Because I'm the one who got rid of Edward. Duh. Now go away before I lock you up too.
Well, not on my watch, sister.
Crafting Carolina tossed a giant net over Dame Gothel, trapping her. Awesome! Where'd you get that?
I made it.
Crafty.
Hey! Let me out!
No way.
Okay, we took care of Dame Gothel, now we gotta save Edward. How are we gonna get up there?
Wait, I know!
What's that?
Grappling hook. Never know when you're gonna have to scale a wall.
But we'll still get scratched up, won't we?
Oh, I also brought scissors. Obviously, can't craft without scissors. Here, take a pair.
The two snipped away until the last of the thorny vines fell.
Grappling time. All right, Rapunzel, scale that wall.
But what about the window? It's all boarded up.
Kick it.
But I'll break it.
That's the point.
I've never broken anything on purpose before. Okay, here goes.
Rapunzel?
Edward!
You changed your hair.
Do you like it?
I love it.
Oh, Edward.
Rapunzel, my darling.
My prince.
Guys, super sweet reunion and all, but it's almost morning. We gotta go stop a wedding.
Huh?
Oh, right. Let's go.
Wait! What about me?
Sorry, Gothel. Shouldn't have been so mean. Rapunzel, Prince Edward, and Carolina rushed to the palace.
Stop the wedding! Stop the
Call the
wedding!
wedding off! No! Stop! Stop! No! Call the wedding off! No! Stop!
We found Edward! Look!
Edward? My son!
Dad! Hi! I missed you!
Sorry to interrupt a nice moment again, but we gotta stop this wedding!
What?
Stop the wedding!
What did she say?
Stop the wedding!
You're too late. I'm king now.
No!
Well, this stinks.
Tell me about it. After everything we've been through, first I was locked away in the tower, like my whole life. Then Dame Gothel kicks me out, and I wander around lost in the woods for days. And then poor Edward gets locked away in the tower, scared and all alone. Finally, we heroically rescue him, but then bad guy Brad gets to be king anyway. It's not fair.
What's this? Edward locked in a tower?
Yeah, isn't that awful? Brad, Edward's own brother, plotted with evil Dame Gothel to lock him up in a tower so that he couldn't marry me.
She's lying.
Oh, no, I am not. And of course, Dame Gothel went along with it because she's just jealous and she's just plain mean.
She is lying, I tell ya. Guards, arrest her.
Not so fast. I'm still wearing the crown here, and I have some questions.
Ah, fine.
Now, young lady, did I hear correctly? Did you say you were supposed to marry my son?
Yes, sir. That was the plan, Your Majesty.
And you rescued him from a tower?
Yes, he was tied up and left all alone, so I climbed up and busted him out.
I helped.
True.
And Bradley, you knew Edward was locked in a tower this whole time?
Daddy, I'm telling you, they're making this all up. I would never hurt my own brother. It was all that lady, Dame Gothel.
And where is this Dame Gothel?
We captured her in a big net.
I made it out of yarn.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Well, I've heard enough. Guards, go get this Gothel and take Brad to his room. He's grounded indefinitely.
Oh, that means forever.
No, I'm the king. I'm the king.
And as for you,
Yes?
thank you for rescuing my son.
You're very welcome. Do we get to be married now?
Yeah, can we, Dad? Can we?
Well, we were all set up for a party. What do you say, everyone? How about a royal wedding?
Yay!
And are there no objections this time?
Excuse me. So sorry to interrupt.
Do you object to this union?
No, sorry. Did you say Dame Gothel locked you in a tower?
Yes, you know her? She's the worst, right? What's wrong?
Rapunzel?
Yeah? Who are you?
I think those might be your real parents.
No way. Are you serious? Mom? Dad?
Rapunzel! She has my eyes.
She has my hair.
Well, it used to be blonde and super long, but that's another story for another time.
Well, this is turning out to be a very happy ending.
Yeah, now let's have a wedding.
Yay!
Sorry. I always cry at weddings. I can't help it.
And so the two lovebirds were finally married, and Rapunzel's long-lost parents were there to celebrate with them. It was the happiest of days, just like a fairy tale, don't you think?
Hi there, boys and girls. It's me, Simon, your fairy frog mother. Let's watch some fairy tales with Miss Booksy here at Cool School. Rippity-roppity. Excuse me. It seems I have a frog in my throat. I meant to say alakazam. Let's go!
Hi, kids! It's time for a brand new story. Here we go. Once upon a time, there was a young girl named Snow White. It's me, Snow White. It's kind of a weird name, actually. My parents were hippies. Enough said. So anywho, here's my story. There was an evil queen who really had it out for me. I never did anything to her. She was just evil. So she had this magic mirror that every day told her she was the most beauteous in all the land. Then one day, I guess it had a glitch or something, but it said that I was the most beauteous in all the land. Awkward. So she sent me into the woods with a huntsman. We get out here and he's like,
hey, I'm supposed to get rid of you, and I don't really want to do that, and not really my thing. I'm like a nice guy. Anyway, if you could just never return to our kingdom, that'd be great. I'm gonna leave you here now.
oh wait! I appreciate you saving me and everything, but I'll freeze.
Okay, bye.
Well, kids, he left me here, and I fell asleep. Next thing you know, these little guys find me, and for some strange reason, they think I'm not alive anymore.
Such a shame. She looks so nice.
Poor thing.
She's a zombie! Oh.
Guys, whoa! I'm not a zombie. I was just taking a nap, and wait, who are you? I think I should be the one freaking out here. Am I a giant, or are you guys really small?
Hey, that's not really very nice. Okay, perhaps we're a little height challenged, but we have the same rights as big people.
Who, frankly, I think are funny looking because they're so big.
Besides, you should be nice to us because we found you in the woods and saved you.
Yeah! Saved me? I was napping! I explained that I'd been kicked out of my own kingdom, never to return. And luckily, they needed a roommate. I needed a place to live, and they needed someone to reach high places. Perfect. Everything was going pretty cool with the 7 little dudes. But meanwhile, back at the evil queen's place.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, tell me who is the fairest of them all.
Well, I hate to tell ya, but it's, Snow White.
Who?
Snow White? Please don't smash me.
Show me where she is. Well, then I shall get rid of her myself.
So cut back to me and the 7 little dudes in the woods. We were right in the middle of a sing-along when there's a knock on the door.
Hello? I have a special delivery for Snow White.
For me?
Yay! Cupcake.
It's my favorite kind of cupcake. A mint chocolate chip cupcake with extra sprinkles. Oh, it must be from someone who misses me.
Go get the doctor!
What seems to be the problem?
Come quick! There she is! Fix her!
Poison. Luckily, I have an antidote to reverse it. Hi.
Hi yourself.
Hooray!
So long story short, I survived the evil queen's poison. She got arrested for all her evil deeds and has to spend the rest of her life cleaning toilets and eating dog food. While I got to return to my kingdom, I wound up marrying that cute doctor, and my 7 best buds came over all the time for karaoke parties and cupcakes, the non-poison kind, of course. Oh, and I got rid of that pesky mirror. It was a happy ending. Hi kids, welcome back to Cool School. It's me, Miss Booksy. Are you ready for another story? Me too. Today's story is an exciting adventure called The Snow Queen. Once upon a time, not too long ago, there were 2 best friends, Kai and Gertie. Oh, hi Kai.
Hi, Gertie.
We like to make up stories and act them out as little plays for an audience of our stuffed animals and dolls. One of my favorite stories to perform was The Snow Queen. It was about a magical far-off land where snowflakes were actually teeny tiny bees. Instead of honey, the snow bees made ice cream. The bees had a queen, just like regular honeybees do, but the Snow Queen was wicked. She would lure children in with her mountains of ice cream, but then turn the kids into snowmen. One day, I couldn't find Kai. I looked all over, but he was nowhere to be found. Our audience was waiting for a show. Kai, it's showtime! Then I noticed a small puddle of melted ice cream. Actually, a trail of ice cream drops. I shall follow the trail. I followed the trail until suddenly I realized I was very far from home, and it had turned cold. Ooh, wicked cold. Wait, is that snow? And then all of a sudden, ow! Oh, I was stung by a stinging snow bee. What the what? Snow bees aren't real? Then it dawned on me. I must somehow be entering the magical far-off land of the Snow Queen. I decided to look for help. I found a little cottage nearby and explained the situation to the jolly old man who lived there with his reindeer. So you see, I really need to find Kai. The Snow Queen's probably turned him into a regular old Frosty the Snowman, button nose and everything. You really gotta help me, mister.
Well, I'd love to help, but only a youngster like you can approach the Snow Queen. Older folks are frozen solid in a block of ice if they so much as wave at her.
So I was going to have to defeat the Snow Queen by myself. The old man did let me borrow a reindeer and a sweet vest, though. Gee, I was kinda hoping you'd give me some dynamite or something so I could just melt the queen and all her snow bees, but okay, thanks, I guess. Also, why is your reindeer eating chili?
Keeps him warm. You'll be okay, kid. I believe in you.
I left and discovered this reindeer was the kind that flies. Woo! We flew to the Queen's place, but a huge swarm of snow bees blocked our way. Here goes nothing. Hee-yah! Ow! Oh! Ow! Oh! Ow! 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 Then we saw a little snowman. Kai! I reached out and like magic, the snow melted away. Kai!
Gertie! Oh, I felt like an ice cream cone.
Now let's go melt the Snow Queen. We went flying toward the Snow Queen's castle, moving through the thick, icy swarm of snow bees. Ow, 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 owie. The Snow Queen was waiting for us.
You seriously think you can stop me? I'm a wicked Snow Queen. Come on.
Just then, the reindeer burped. Just a little burp, but it was a fiery one.
What do you feed that thing? Chili dogs and onions?
I saw an opportunity. Let it rip, Rudolph! To which the reindeer burped a loud, long, crazy burp that made all the snow bees fall to the ground and melt. The Snow Queen followed, collapsing into a soupy puddle of yucky yuckiness. Luckily, the ice cream mountain didn't melt, so we celebrated with some ice cream before dropping off our chili-eating reindeer friend and returning home. Now, whenever we perform the Snow Queen story, we're sure to add a jolly old Santa type and a fire-burping reindeer to the story. And it always ends happily ever after. The end. Well, that's the end of the Snow Queen. That was a crazy story, right?
All right, kids, have a seat in a chair or a couch. It's fairy tale time. Once upon a time. No specific time, just once. There was this girl who was trapped under a nasty spell by a nasty witch. Her name was Rapunzel. Anyway, this witch wanted to keep Rapunzel forever and ever and never share her with anyone else because Rapunzel was so sweet and so perfect. So, in addition to keeping her in a massive tower, the witch cursed her with very, very long hair. Hair that grew almost 2 feet every day. And all that hair weighed so much that Rapunzel absolutely couldn't leave. All she could do was hang around and solve jigsaw puzzles. Well, one day a handsome prince came looking for her, and he called out, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, what's up?"
I could use a little help up here.
"Throw down your hair, princess. I will save you." And so he climbed up Rapunzel's hair, used some of it to tie up the nasty, nasty witch, and then used a bow and arrow to shoot the end of the hair down to a tree to create a zip line and zip line the girl to safety. Once they were safe, the prince gave her a chocolate kiss, which not only broke the spell and made her a princess, but also made her start square dancing. And that is how Rapunzel was saved. The end.
Hi there, boys and girls. Welcome to Storytime with me, Miss Booksy. Today's story is Rumpelstiltskin. Are you ready? Let's go. Long, long ago, there was a dad, and he had a kid. A daughter, actually. That's me! Together, we made fine designer clothing. The clothes we made were so fancy that the king wanted to wear them.
The clothes you make are fantastic.
Ah, gee, thank you, King. Thanks a whole kit and caboodle. But my daughter's the real artist. She's so delicate when she's spinning. I bet she could spin straw into gold.
Well, as you might know, kings like gold. They like gold a lot.
Gold, you say? I'd like to meet this daughter of yours. Send her to my castle for brunch this Sunday. We'll have Melba toast and salmon lox.
So that Sunday, I went to the king's castle for brunch. But instead of Melba toast and salmon lox, I got horse hay and dungeon locks. Oh dear! The king locked me away in the dungeon.
You can come out once you spin all this straw into gold.
I didn't actually know how to spin straw into gold. That was just a figure of speech. Somebody please help me!
Why, hello there.
A little elf man appeared.
I see you need to sew some straw into gold. That happens to be my specialty.
That's pretty random. But okay, I don't have much, but I'll give you anything.
How about that necklace of yours? It's very pretty.
And even though this necklace was a gift for my BFF Snow White, I made the deal. I couldn't be stuck in this stinky dungeon forever. The elf man worked his magic. He sang while he worked, which was kind of annoying, but he was helping me out. When the king came back in the morning, the hay was gone, and in its place, pure gold. The king was utterly flabbergasted.
I'm utterly flabbergasted.
Well, I'm pretty good at this, obviously.
Good! I want more! So this time I'm going to give you 100 times the hay. If you can spin it all to gold by morning, I will let you out. But if not, you will be sent out into the ocean on a leaky ship, never to return. Oh, and the ship will be full of singing mice who are terrible singers. Now get back to sewing.
Mean? So night came and I didn't know what else to do, so I called out. Hey, magic little dude. I forgot your name, but I need you.
So, you need more help, do you?
I do.
It's gonna cost you.
Anything. I'll give you anything you want.
Pinky promise?
Again, he sang as he worked.
Spinning, sewing, gold glowing, taking hay and making it pay.
It took all night, and I got seriously tired of that song, but my little friend sewed every last bit of straw into gold. Thank you. How much do I owe you?
On the night of your first son's first birthday, I will return to take him as my own.
And he laughed all crazy-like and disappeared. Wait, what? He didn't say he was going to take my son on his first birthday, did he? Nah, that would be crazy. The next day, the king saw all that gold, and he was so excited, he let me go. So fast forward a bit. I'm in charge of my own designer clothing company. I'm married, I have a super cool house, a dog, and a cat. I I had forgotten all about the little elf who had spun straw into gold. I was living happily ever after until the night of my first son's first birthday. We were all celebrating, having a great time, when the little old elf crashed the party.
Here I am. Give me that baby.
Okay, funny story. I thought you were kidding. Isn't that funny?
Not really. You made a pinky promise.
Okay, I'll give you gold. Tons of gold.
I don't need gold. I can turn straw into gold myself, remember? But I'll make a deal with you, lady. If you can guess my name, then you keep your son. But if you don't, I'll take him and your first daughter. Do we have a deal?
I began to guess. Paul, Mike, Mark, Sean. Sean spelled S-E-A-N. Sean spelled S-H-A-U-N.
Not even close.
Tim, Tom, Tyler, Taylor, Kanye,
Dragon.
Senior, Junior. Oh, I guessed hundreds of names, hundreds upon hundreds of names, but I just couldn't come up with it. To make matters worse, the horrible little elf was leaning over the baby's crib, singing a lullaby. That's my job.
I'll have a son, I'm gonna win. She'll never guess my name, 'cause it's Rumpelstiltskin.
Just then, the baby giggled and spoke his very first word. He said,
Rumpelstiltskin.
Everyone was so excited, as they always are when babies say their first words. What did he say?
Nothing. I think he wants his bottle.
Rumpelstiltskin. Rumpelstiltskin.
Your name is Rumpelstiltskin.
No, not fair, not fair. Ah!
We won! But seriously, we called the police a long time ago anyway. You think you were just gonna come in here and take my baby? I'm his mom. You're a bad elf and you're going to jail. And so we were free from Rumpelstiltskin forever. So my family went on a vacation cruise to celebrate, and the mice on this ship were excellent singers. The brunch buffet was pretty good too. Smoked salmon was perfection. Mwah! The end.
Hi kids, welcome back to Cool School. Ready for another story with me, Miss Booksy? Me too. Today's story is The Little Mermaid. Once upon a time, there was a little mermaid. Whoa, cool! I'm part fish. I so want to race my little brother right now in the pool, but okay, back to the story. Let's explore the sea just for a sec. Wow, that's my dad, the Sea King. And look, the ocean castle over there. Oh, there's SpongeBob. Hi, Bob. Awesome. Look, dolphins. Oh, this is so cool, right? One thing I liked doing was swimming to the surface of the water to check out passing boats. One day, I saw the most awesomest ship ever. On it, there was a dashing prince. Not dashing like fast, but dashing like very cute. He was doing this cool thing. My sister said it was called dancing, something you could only do with your feet. I decided I needed to meet that prince, and I had to learn how to dance. And I needed feet, so I did what any mermaid interested in dancing on land would do. I went to the sea witch.
So, you're saying you want land legs, huh? Well, I can get you some of those scrawny little people legs if you want. It'll cost you 50 pieces of pirate gold, 50 pearls, and your voice.
Oh, I think I forgot to tell you that I loved to sing, and everyone said I had a pretty beautiful voice. It sounded like this. Anyway, I really wanted to dance and on land with the handsome prince, so I took the deal.
Thanks for the voice.
I swam to shore, and when I hit the sand, I had 2 super cool new legs and a skirt. Ew, I'd be dancing with the prince in no time. Whoa! Uh-oh, I might need some practice. I got lucky. The royal family thought I had fallen off a boat of passing pirates or something, and they took me in. They fed me and gave me dresses and tried to get me to talk. Oh, it was no use. The sea witch had taken my voice. All I could do was cough, smile, and give thumbs up. The king even sent his best mime to help me. I learned to walk though, and run, and skip. And yes, kids, I learned to dance. And I loved it. And get this, there was gonna be a big party at the castle. Dancing was the way I was gonna wow the prince. So I practiced, and practiced, and practiced, and practiced, and practiced, and practiced, and practiced. And then the big night came. Everyone else was having a great time. They were all talking and laughing. I wanted to do that. Then the disco ball began to spin. The music started to play a dance song, and I started grooving. Before I knew it, there was a crowd around me, and people were chanting, "Go, go, go, go! I was the dancing queen!" I did the robot. I did the moonwalk. I did the funky monkey. I did the cabbage patch. I don't know what this one was, but they loved it. I did the thriller. Then the most magical thing in the world happened. The prince asked me to dance. We danced all night, and I wanted to tell him what a good time I was having and how much I liked dancing with him and how cute he was when he did the funky monkey, but I couldn't. He thought I was just shy, I guess. And then he did a very princely thing. He bowed and kissed my hand. And whoa, shebang! I was so stoked by how sweet he was that I said, "Wow!" Guys, I actually said, "Wow!" And then I thought, wow, I just talked. My voice was back. So then the prince said,
Hi.
and then I said, "Hey." And that's how the sea witch's spell was broken. We talked and danced the rest of the evening, and that's how the prince and I fell in love. It was probably this move that sealed the deal. And I'm glad to report we lived happily ever after. The end. And that's the end of The Little Mermaid. Thanks so much for coming to listen to another story with me, guys. Come on back next time. See ya!
Hello there, children. Have a seat or stand. Do what you like. It's Cool School's fairy tale time. Our tale is one of vegetables and princesses. Yes, it's the princess and the pea. Lovely. Once upon a time, there was a very picky prince. His socks had to match his shirt or he wouldn't leave the castle. And he would only eat his peas if they were served with baby carrots and a side of ranch dressing and a pickle. Very particular. His bed pillows had to be fluffed exactly 6 times each before he could even think about going to bed. That little prince grew up, and it was time for him to find a princess and get married. But like always, he was very, very picky.
No, too tall, too short, nostrils are too big. Do you prefer dogs or cats? Wrong! I like hamsters. Next. What do you like on your pizza? Pineapple? Ew! Who do you like better, Spider-Man or the Flash? My Little Pony? Wrong answer. Can you rub your tummy and pat your head at the same time? Next!
Who does he think he is, a prince?
Well, actually, yes. Then, one night, a terrible thunderstorm was raging outside. A girl who said she was a princess but was late because of the rainstorm and a shoe falling off in a puddle and her getting a blister on a big toe. Well, anyway, she came to the castle door.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to bother you, but it's literally raining cats and dogs out there, and I really must change into some dry clothes. Plus, the rain makes my hair like totally frizzy, and I just can't deal with that.
But the prince liked her, because he also didn't like it when his hair got frizzy. He told her to come in, and he quickly asked her the important questions one needs to ask when they're picking out a princess.
What do you like better, cats or dogs?
I prefer hamsters.
What do you like on your pizza?
What? Nothing. That would ruin the pizza.
Spider-Man or the Flash?
Duh, Spider-Man.
And she could totally rub her tummy while patting her head while standing on one foot. Wow. The prince really liked her, but he thought she was too good to be true. He just didn't believe she was actually a real princess. He did what any good prince does when he doesn't know what to do. He asked his mom, the queen. She did a quick check on Google.
Oh yes, the classic pea test.
The queen placed one tiny little green pea underneath the mattress in the guest bedroom. If she's a real princess, then she'd feel the pea and wouldn't be able to sleep. Just to be really extra super duper 100% positively completely sure, the queen added another few mattresses and lots of soft feather mattress toppers and, out of habit, fluffed the pillows 6 times each. That night, the princess could not sleep at all. Perhaps it was the rainstorm outside, or maybe a bad dream, or maybe it was the pea. The next morning when they gathered for breakfast, the young lady couldn't stop yawning.
How did you sleep, my dear?
Well, the room was lovely, and the pillows were like perfectly fluffed. But there was this huge bump like right in the middle of my back. It was terrible. I thought it was a huge rock, and it kept me tossing and turning all night. Well, I did some digging, and I found this. A pea!
A pea, you say? I quite love peas.
Oh, so do I. But only with baby carrots and a little ranch dip on the side. Maybe a pickle.
Mom, it's her. She's the one. The perfect princess.
The girl was not only a total princess, she turned out to have a megaton in common with the prince. They were both very picky, but they were very picky about all the same things, so they had to get married. Everyone at the wedding agreed they were a perfect pair. Well, not that kind of pair. Anyway, they were just like peas and carrots. With a little ranch dip, of course. Kind of a fairy tale ending, don't you think?
Hi, Miss Booksy!
Hi! Hi, Miles. Hi, Harry.
Miss Booksy, hey, we have a new student. This is Katie.
Well, hi, Katie. Welcome to story time.
Hi, Miss Booksy.
All right, here we go. Aladdin and the magical lamp.
Aladdin the dinosaur.
No, not quite. Aladdin and the magical lamp. Once upon a time, long, long ago, there lived a totally awesome dude named Aladdin.
Oh, wow, hey, I'm a totally awesome dude named Aladdin.
Awesome, yes, but also very unlucky.
Huh?
Aladdin was always getting into trouble, like the time he accidentally stowed away on a pirate ship.
Oh, that's a long way down. Oh, I like your hat.
Or like the time he got swallowed by a whale.
Oh, they got you too, huh?
No, I quite like it in here.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
Or like this one time, he almost met a really cool princess, which, by the way, was a huge no-no. You see, the princess's father was a very bad king, and he wouldn't let the princess even talk to any of the poor townspeople. But Aladdin bravely walked up and said,
Hi, I'm Aladdin, and you must be Princess... Whoa! A tiger! A tiger! A tiger!
Run, Aladdin, run!
Well, if only I could find a clever place to hide. Whoa, hey! Oh, wow. Oh, a cave. That was close.
Aladdin quietly crept further into the cave just to be totally 100% sure that the tiger couldn't find him. Only problem was, it was...
Dark! turned out the lights. Jeez, I can't even see my... Whoa! I wish I had a nightlight.
Did somebody say, I wish?
Wow, how did that happen? Hey, who are you?
I am a genie, but you can call me Bob. You fell on my lamp, must have rubbed it a little bit, because that's how these things work. Oh, and bonus, I'm also a magician. Want to see me pull a rabbit out of my hat?
Oh yeah, I love magic.
Alakazambra kapow. Rabbit spell go.
Hola, kids.
Bunny kazam!
Put it back in there! Put it back in there! Put it back in there!
Sorry.
Put it back in there. It's a small cave.
Sorry. Oh, and you have 2 more wishes, by the way.
2 more wishes? Sounds.
But be careful what you wish for. Not every wish is a good one.
Well, I'm going to wish for true love with the most beautiful girl in the world. The princess. She's so cool. I heard she has a trampoline and a pool and a golden retriever and an Xbox. She's so neat. I'm just gonna wish to get a chance to hang out with her. I wish...
be careful what you wish for.
I wish for a chance to hang out with the princess.
Uh-oh.
You wish to hang out with the princess, so you're hanging out.
And that's the end of part 1. Talk about a cliffhanger. Yes. Aladdin has just wished to hang out with the princess. And as you can see, they're quite literally hanging out.
You wish to hang out with the princess, so you're hanging out.
Well, I didn't mean to hang out the window.
Don't get mad at me. Next time, be more specific.
Hello. A little less talking, a little more rescuing.
Sorry. I'll save you, princess. Okay. How do I do that, Bob? A little help here.
Well, I'll have to say, I wish.
And use my last wish?
Well, could try some magic.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Alakazam! Oh, there's my bunny. I mean, abracadabra! That's not right. Oh, I wish I could save Aladdin and the princess. Okay, that worked. Cool. I did not know I could grant my own wishes.
Oh my gosh, that was so crazy.
Oh, totally. It's so weird. I have no idea how that happened.
Wait a minute. I recognize you. I've seen you before. You're Aladdin. And who is this?
Oh no, the jig is up. He's a genie, and his name is Bob, and he...
And so Aladdin explained the whole situation about Bob the genie and the wishes. He told the princess he really just wanted to get to know her and hang out and probably play video games just for a bit. Maybe use the castle pool and water slide and trampoline for a few times. No big deal, but he really just wanted her to like him.
And I understand if you want me to leave. Oh, I suppose I can use my last wish to just get out of here if that's what you want.
Wait, you have a last wish?
Yeah. Hey, we could share the wish. Anything you want to do. We could go to Egypt and see the pyramids, or go to Mars, or to Disneyland.
You guys ever been to Space Mountain? And they got this whole new Frozen section. I am so there.
Miss Booksy, can I be in the story now? I want to go to Disneyland with Aladdin and the princess too.
Sure, of course you can. Let's go. Just wiggle your nose and snap your fingers like this. I have to bring my little sister Katie. She loves Disney.
Yeah.
We can go to the Bippity Boppity Boutique.
I'll be at the Hall of Presidents.
And that's how it all went down, kids. Aladdin and the princess, they really liked each other. They didn't need any love spells or riches. They were like 2 peas in a pod. They were like ice cream and hot fudge. They were like hamburgers and pickles. Pizza and liver. Yeah! Okay, fine. You get the idea. They liked each other. And this is the best part, kids. They all lived happily ever after. The end. Well, that's the end of the story for today, you guys. Did you have a good time?
Yeah, we sure did.